You're listening to Tech Chat with Samantha, the podcast for CEOs and business owners who want to simplify, systematize, and scale without breaking. I'm your host, Samantha Pointer, certified automation service provider and owner of Samantha Pointer Enterprises. After going through my own seasons of crisis and survival, I learned that automation isn't optional, it's essential. Every week in just 15 minutes, more or less, I'll bring you stories, strategies, and practical steps to help you turn tech into your hardest working employee and build a business that runs without you. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Tech Chat with Samantha. As this year winds down, a lot of us naturally start reflecting. What worked, what didn't, what we're grateful for, and what we want to leave behind before we step into a new year. So today I want to talk about gratitude, but probably not in the way you're used to hearing it talked about in business. This episode is called Systems and Gratitude, How Documenting Helps You Scale. And if documentation sounds boring or tedious, stay with me because this might completely shift how you see it. Gratitude in business isn't just words. It's not just appreciation posts or end of year bonuses or thank you emails. Gratitude shows up in how we lead. It shows up in clarity. It shows up in consistency. It shows up in how easy or hard we make it for other people to do their jobs well. When things live only in your head, people guess. When processes aren't clear, people hesitate. When expectations aren't documented, people feel unsure. Documentation is one of the most practical ways to say, I respect your time, I want you to succeed, and I don't want you stressed or confused. That is gratitude in action. Most people want to do good work, they really do, but they can't do that when they're constantly asking questions, waiting on approvals, or unsure if they're doing something the right way. When you document your processes, you remove unnecessary friction, reduce mistakes, build confidence, shorten onboarding time, and empower people to take ownership. Your team doesn't need perfection, they need clarity, and clarity creates momentum. Your clients may never see your internal systems, but they absolutely feel the effects of them. When your business is documented, onboarding feels smoother, communication feels intentional, delivery is consistent, and follow-up doesn't fall through the cracks. That consistency builds trust, and trust is one of the biggest factors in whether clients stay, refer, and come back. Documentation isn't just an internal tool, it's part of your brand experience. This is the part most people don't think about. Documentation isn't just for your team or your clients, it's for future you. Future you will be tired sometimes. Hey, we've all been there. Future you will have busy seasons. Future you will have personal things happening outside of business. Man, that one right there. And when things are written down, future you doesn't have to remember anything, answer the same questions repeatedly, recreate processes from scratch, or hold the entire business in your head. Documentation gives you margin, and margin is a form of self-respect. So, why does documentation make scaling possible? Well, you cannot scale a business that relies on memory. Growth requires repeatable processes, predictable workflows, consistent quality, and delegation that actually works. Documentation is what allows knowledge to live outside of you. When people know what done well looks like, the business can grow without everything running through one person. That's when leadership shifts. That's when the business feels lighter. So how can you start without the overwhelm? If documentation feels overwhelming, you're probably thinking too big. You don't need a massive operations manual. You're going to want to start here. You want to document one recurring task. Record your screen while you're doing it. There's plenty of computer desktop screen share software to do that. Loom comes to mind. Tech, Snagit. Uh, those are a couple that you can check into. Save it in one central place and update it occasionally, not constantly, occasionally. Documentation is a habit and not a project. Small steps compound. So if you're ending this year feeling stretched, overwhelmed, or like too much still depends on you, documentation is one of the simplest places to start changing that. And if you want help mapping, documenting, and building systems that support your business and your life, a VIP day with me and my partner Austin is a great next step. We use that time to create clarity and not chaos. So, as this year wraps up, my encouragement to you is simple. Turn gratitude into clarity. Document one process, create a little breathing room, give your future self a gift. That's it for this week. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on Tech Chat. That's it for today's Tech Chat with Samantha. If you're ready to stop being the bottleneck and finally get your systems working for you, grab the Tech Audit Starter Kit or book a technology breakthrough session at organizingguru.com. Thanks for listening, and remember, your business doesn't have to run you into the ground. With the right systems, it can run without you. Until next time, happy automating.